We're now joined on the phone by Hugh Kellenberger from the Jackson Clarion Ledger, a beat writer for Ole Miss. And Hugh, before we get too far into everything, the talk in Kentucky is all about Marshall Henderson, a guy that is not only a big-time player on the court, but he does a lot of things that get fans riled up. How would you describe him as a player, having covered him closely?
Yeah, the thing about Marshall is that it all comes from a genuine place. It's not like he's this, nefarious guy trying to create trouble. He just honestly believes that he plays better when everyone in the gym hates him. And he's not even a big trash talker to his opponent. It's just really directed at fans for whatever reason. It's kind of a weird thing. But the thing about Marshall is he backs it up. He brings it every night. He's leading the SEC in scoring. He's rarely had an off night. He hasn't had an off night through 6 SEC games. So, I think it was Tennessee coach Quanzo Martin said on Monday's SEC teleconference, if you can talk like that and then back it up, you got to applaud that.
For teams that have been successful in slowing him down, he will take his shots. What have they done? Like, what can Kentucky say from X game plan work to slow him down?
The biggest thing is you have to have somebody who's long and athletic and who can stay with him, and that means that guy's going to have to fight through a lot of screens. Ole Miss is not afraid to run him through 2-3 screeners if it means to get him open. And you also have to remember that what you think is a bad shot, he doesn't think is a bad shot, so you have to contest everything. And also remember that just because he misses a few in a row, it doesn't mean that he is not going to keep on taking them. He'll miss 11 in a row and believe fully that he'll make the 12th, and he'll take the 12th, and he has a good shot at making it.
Kentucky's coming into an environment tonight. Ole Miss is on a 9-game winning streak. They're 11-0 at home this season. They see this pretty much everywhere they go. Cal says that they are everybody's Super Bowl. Is Ole Miss a team, we see them 16th in the nation, that is as good as that ranking says they are, or is this a little bit of fool's gold in some regard that Kentucky may be a better team walking into a tough environment?
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt that, Kentucky has more NBA players than Ole Miss does. I don't know if Ole Miss has a single guy who ever played mid in the NBA. I think they have some guys that were playing Europe and things like that. And I don't think there's any doubt that if, those guys at Kentucky stayed till they were juniors and seniors, they may end up being a lot better than these guys. But the fact is, they're not. Ole Miss has a 5th-year senior starting at power forward, a 4th-year senior in Reginald Buckner starting at center. Marshall Henderson's a 4th-year junior. The point guard, Jarvis Summers, is a sophomore who started 30-something games last year. It's just an experience-heady team that entered SEC play knowing we got to win games to make the tournament. This may be our last shot. And it's a very young conference this year. They've taken advantage of some people. And even when they're not playing terribly well, they find a way to win games. So I think that shows some resiliency about them. As far as the ranking, I actually voted in the AP poll. I had them 20th this week. It's the same I had them the week before. I think 16th is not too terribly far off. I think it's a little reactionary to wins and losses and moving teams down and having to move somebody up. But, this is a team, when you're 17-2, it's not on accident.
Hugh Kellenberger from the Jackson Clarion Ledger, thank you very much for taking the time. Enjoy the game tonight, and who knows, maybe we can touch base during the SEC tournament. Maybe these two teams will see each other again.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime.